take is this stick. It has all the stories, absolutely all the stories that you need. Well, all the stories that they wrote back in those times, and all of them are in English. This is a book totally in English, right? So now this book is going to be available on the on at Cafe since tomorrow. So tomorrow you can go, you can pass, and you can take it, right? I will leave special instructions to the people there. The people there are my friends. So I will give them special instructions on that. Now, this book is very special, guys. I have to tell you that, right? This is very special. I really commend it to you. All right. So I'm trusting on you for taking the book. Now, why am I taking a book? Why am I giving you a book and not a document, a digital document? Well, that's because in that way I make sure that you read, sorry, that you read the story, okay, the story that I want you to read in this case, which is this one, and well, which is a special version, right? So another aspect, another condition that you have individually is that you, by couples, can take just one story, and that story is not going to be available for anyone else. Okay, so you have to give me the name, and you got to give me also the number of pages of that story, right? Number of pages, how much pages are these, for example, story? For example, I have this one that is called The Girl with Her Hands. So this is a story of about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pages, if I'm right. Yep, 5 pages. Okay, so you got to give me the name and the number of pages, so I know which story is that one. Also, you have to give me the screenshots because there are some other stories that I haven't read. So to make sure that you read well, I need to read that story, that specific story. So you have to give me screenshots in order to read it also. Okay, but well screenshots, not bad screenshots. Okay, right. That's going to be it. So about this writing, this project, this work, this job, this paper. Do you have any other question about it? Nope. No questions? Right. So you will have to design the calendar of taking the book. That's your task, and you will have to give it to me. So I know who's in charge of the book in what part of the day or what date specifically. Okay. Something else. This system is going to be like a library. So if, for example, if Mariela, if you identify, right, some things on the book that are not right, okay, like for example damages, you have to report it to me, okay, because I'm going to make responsible to the people who have the book. Yes. For example, well, you know how this is managed. No writing on the book, no coloring on the book, okay, no treating them, no what is the word in this way? Well, making bad use of it. Okay, not making bad use of it. Now, the book is in perfect conditions, absolutely. Okay, actually, I just read it like twice since I bought it, so there are no excuse that teacher, the book was with this detail. No, the book has no details. Okay. Yes. So if it's your turn and you identify something that is not right, you have to tell me. You have to report it to me. Okay? Yes, because if I don't get a report and I receive the book in bad conditions, I will make responsible to all the group. And when I say I make responsible, yes, in all the ways that I have the power to. Okay? Right? Now you are 9th graders. I don't need to repeat this to you. You know you are responsible, you are adults. So nothing else to say. Okay, right. So tomorrow you can pass for the book on Café Sinfonía Cultura. Sinfonía Café en Cultura is here in Torreón, in the center. Is at exactly in front of Teatro Nazas. All right. So you know where it's at. It's easy to find the place. Ask the manager to lend you the book. Okay, give your name, and that's it. Right.
Right, Prof, can you send us the ubication, please, if it's not
the
trouble?
Yeah, the address. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not there. Okay, obviously today, but I can. Right, I can. Maybe tomorrow I will go there. Maybe you can find. Maybe you'll find me. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, sometimes most of my time I'm there. Right. Okay, so let's begin with your attendance list. Let's see. Dulce Maria is here.
Here.
Right. Judith Banda. No.
Present.
Okay, tell me quickly, please. I need this to be fast. Areli Dayensi.
Here.
Right. Hugo Alonso.
Here.
Ernesto Campa.
Here, teacher.
Good. Cesar Isaí Carrera. No, that guy is not here. Miguel Iván Carvajal. No. Okay, Anaí Chávez Casares.
Here.
Right, perfect. Milagros Midret Córdoba.
Here.
Okay, Fabián Delgado.
Here.
Abril Favela.
Here, teacher.
Okay, Dulce Aurora.
Here.
Right.
Here.
Daniela Galvez.
You.
Perfect. Grace Adilén.
Here.
Thank you. Michelle González.
Here.
Leslie Josefina.
Present.
Okay, Alberto Gutiérrez.
Present.
Good. Jesús Roberto Hernández. Okay, right. Admit. Alan Ricardo.
Present.
Saray Giselle.
Present.
Airam. Lara. Ya Lara, no, Leticia, sorry. Mariela Méndez.
Present.
Right. Lisette Janet.
Present. Present, teacher.
Yes. Alicia Araceli.
Here.
Good. Ana Karen Perales.
Here, teacher.
Right. And Hugo Daniel.
Here, teacher.
Janet Margarita.
Here, teacher.
Benjamín.
Here, teacher.
And Ulises. No? Okay. Ulises looks like he's not here. Michelle, your camera, please. Okay. So today we will start something different. Remember that last week was the grammar week. Okay, so every week we change a little bit the content of the topics of the course, right? So last week was about the causative, right? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Right. Let me just make something here, actually. Right. So hold on a second. Right. So about the grammar aspect, which is in this case the causatives. Any questions that you have? Anything that you want to touch or you want to know apart from that topic, especially before we start into the next topic? No? No, guys? Sure?
Teacher, I have a question The last class we see the participle base and infinitive form for the sentences.
Mhm.
Those sentences are in causative, passive, and active, or only are causatives.
Okay, I need you to remind me a little bit because I don't remember exactly the. You wanna share your screen?
I don't have it the grammar, but it's it in a Macmillan book with the exercise. Yes,
Okay.
with the exercise in the base, participle, and infinitive form. Those sentences are causatives in passive and active, or only causative sentences.
No, causative and passive also. It's very common to use the causative with passive. Actually, I think it's more common to use it than the active voice. Because the tension that you take in. Listen, the active and the passive are two ways to say things that are not quite strange one to the other strange to someone's speech. It's very used. So used actually. You will be surprised of how much. If you just talk with active, then your speech looks like incomplete. So don't look it as a grammar topic. Look it as another speech, as another way of speech. Because it is that. It is another way to make a speech. It's not exactly a grammar. Yeah, it has the grammar structure, but it's not used just like that way. Like, for example, using a perfect, using a continuous. No, it's a way to develop a speech. So you must know how to use them in order to communicate better, right? It's not just for another grammar topic that I just want you to I just want to set in order to complicate your existence, all right, in that way. So it's not that. It's more common to use it in that. So it's the same in causative. When you talk about when you talk in causative, you are using words to make giving the sense that you are forcing a situation or that you are making someone to do something. That's the grammar part. Okay, the use of those words for giving that message. That is the grammar part. Now take a look into the passive as another way to say it or another way to reorder the words. Just that. Don't look it as another grammar topic because you are going to set more weight to your mind. Okay, just try to dominate easy. For example, tell me in passive. If I tell you, hey, I went to McDonald's yesterday. Now give me that in passive quickly.
I'll have to go to McDonald's yesterday.
No, it is I had gone. Had gone.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I have
okay,
gone.
So yeah, had gone. So technically the passive is just put the verb in this how was that? What was the name in participle? Okay, it's just putting the word in participle. So instead of saying I went, so I gone.
I gone. Oh, okay.
But you also have to add the perfect. Not the perfect. No, that was a perfect. You're right. It was I had been going. Sorry. For example, saying
I'll have to go to McDonald's.
No. That is a model.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a confusion between the verbs have. No,
okay.
Damn, I was like, I'm a little bit confused. I don't find the right words. It's like, oh, sorry, yeah, right. So I went to McDonald's. I went to McDonald's. McDonald's is visited by me. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Not have verb to be. It's verb to be.
Okay.
But it's the same. It's the participle verb, right? So you just turn it. For example, Sarai, change into passive. The ball. The dog kicks the ball.
The ball was kicked
Exactly.
over the dog by the dog.
If you use past, right? So the ball was kicked. If I say, yeah, so you need to have the ability to change it, to turn it quickly. So, for example, I hit the desk, right? Quickly, the desk was hit by
The
me.
desk was, see, okay.
Exactly, right? So I put my head on the, I placed my head on my pillow, okay? My head was placed in the pillow by me. Yep. So quickly stop.
Okay, okay.
In the causatives is the same. But let's get back to that part that you say that to check it, right, from the last time. Causative, have and get. Unit 4. Okay, hold a second. Okay, so I will share the screen. Here's it. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, sure.
All right, so tell me where we stayed
Yes,
at
sure.
last class.
We make an exercise between the participle base and infinitive form.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yes, but I think we're here, right? Function,
Yes.
use the correct option. Okay. What's this one?
The first one? The
First
first
one, this one.
one. Yes, yes.
This one. So complete the table with examples from exercise 8. All right. Let's open it. All right. So for example, get it done. Right. Yeah, but I explained it this. What is your specific question, Hugo?
It's a causative sentence, or they have a passive or active form in this case, because we have the participle form, which is in the left, the base form, which is in the line, in the center line, and the infinitive form, which is in the right part of the screen. So I have a question. Those sentences are in active or passive voice, or they are only the causative sentence?
Okay.
The common causative sentence.
No, they are inactive and passive. Now listen well. What do you need to work with a passive voice? I mean, you need the verb to be, the verb in participle, but you are talking about what?
About a thing that we want to do it.
No.
Or what?
No. The difference in this one. What's the difference among them?
Okay.
What is the difference?
The difference was the left sentence have a special attention in what is doing and what are doing. The base form, it is the status of a thing that we are doing. Yes, no?
Sorry for interrupting you. No, you are thinking on the idea of the way, and I'm glad because you are explaining it to me very well. I mean, you understood last week. But no, it's more simple than that. What's the difference among the structures?
The object.
Exactly, the object. So do you know what is the indirect object and the direct object?
No,
you don't know the difference? Okay, someone knows the difference, guys?
Or the direct object, it is the object that receive a special action, and indirect object, it's an object or something that don't receive the action by us, but just by the something else or someone else.
Exactly. So for example, saying this, I kick the ball. This sentence has a direct object because, here's that. Okay, I kick the ball. This sentence is a direct, this ball is a direct object because it's receiving the kick. Yes. But for example, Marlene kicked me the ball, then I have here a indirect object. I mean, the ball is receiving the kick, yeah, but the kick is directed, the kick was given to the ball in order to come with me, to me, okay? So in this case, I'm working with my indirect object, yes?
Okay.
Now, the passive works with the direct object, okay? So attention is on the direct object, all right? Because that's the purpose. So let's get back here. If the passive is working with that, then which of these are passive voice?
Passive voice is the left sentence. Yes.
These are the passive. Get your hair cut. Who's receiving the action? I mean, the importance is in the action. Get your hair cut. The importance is on cut. Okay, and your hair is going to receive it. Okay. An active voice will be get him or get the boy cut your hair. That will be an active voice.
Okay.
Get it done. Have dinner cooked and served. So the importance is on the actions. What I care is about what actions done. Have your home computer system checked. Different from here. Get us to do. Right? Here I'm not caring about the do. I'm about the action. I'm caring about who. Yes. So these ones are active voice.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So after that, guys, I hope you don't have any other question.
Thanks, teacher.
You're welcome. All right. There's something else that I have to prepare. Well, maybe later. Okay, right. So what are we going to watch today formally? Today we're going to start with practices on your testing English. Okay. Now, a question for you. Do you know which exam you are going to take in order to graduate?
It's TOEFL, isn't it?
I don't know. It's going to be. I will ask it because it's a question that that most of the teachers don't know actually, and neither the students. Let me just send a message to the coordinator.
The PET, no?
Yeah, I think it's PET.
Yeah.
But PET is quite a basic. I don't know. Maybe it's it. Let me ask it. Okay. Okay, well, it doesn't matter which one of it. It matters a little bit because if it's PET, it's Cambridge system, but if it's TOEFL, it's North American system. Technically, the TOEFL is easier. It's very much easier. The Cambridge is a bit harder. Okay, so please investigate that. Make a little research about it, which is going to But anyway. We are going to start working on that. We will make some practices, and today we start watching that. Okay, some exercises on how to answer, how to identify, right, and know how to answer at an exam like this, right? Which is something that I think that you care, because at the end, what you have to do is to pass exam. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to take this. I will take these examples in order to study with you, which is, for example, in this one, the IELTS preparation, CAL preparation, and TOEFL preparation, okay? And also, we're gonna use this page, this web page in class, but if you want to practice also, it's fine if you want to do so, which is called examenglish.com. This web page is so cool because here you can find most of the certifications, most of the test certifications in order to be recognized as an English speaker or an English user. Okay, so for example, you can find here, right, home, level test, CFR. All of these are different kinds of systems or also exams. Okay, now for example, in here you can find the international system which classifies the language. Okay, depending on your level. So A1 breakthrough, that means that you have just basic ability, you know some words, and you sometimes can you can give understanding to the others. Okay. A2 wastage, that means that an ability to deal with simple, straightforward information, right? So for example, if you go to United States, then you can find easy stuff, or you can ask for a cafe or for a coffee, or for I don't know, a book, yeah, a restaurant, right? You can talk a little bit with the people there. Big one, you have the ability to express yourself, express feelings, express how you are doing and how's your family, for example, right? Giving some opinions. B2, the capacity to achieve most goals. That means that you are almost completing your English, or almost completing your English. You can easily go to any country of English, native English speakers, and you are going to understand and you can be understood. C1, it says effective operational proficiency. C1 is that you talk it perfectly, right? That you can talk it very, very well, extremely well, right? And you have no problems on understanding others, right? Maybe with slang, but that is not something that is tested, but it doesn't matter. And finally,
Sure.
C2, what?
What is your neighbor?
What?
What is your neighbor?
My level? Level. My level is C1. C1.
You want?
C1. Uh-huh. Right. So I totally dominate the English. That's what it means.
So.
And you mean, why not C2, teacher? Well, C2 is called a proficiency, complete proficiency. That's that you can manage terminology in academic purposes or specific purposes. Like, for example, if I was a PhD in something on United States, right? And I can manage a perfect language, but not just for socializing, not just for my necessities, also for technical language, right? Technical language or language that is needed for your career, right? That is the C2. That's why the C2 is strange to get. It's very strange to a person to have it. It happens, obviously it happens, okay? There are people that dedicate a lot of studies into the languages and they can get it. But for example, personally, is not my specializing area, so I have no need for getting the C2. So I'm fine with C1. With C1, you are available to work anywhere in the world that speaks English. You are also available to give classes, to teach English, which is my case also. And also to live anywhere, right? So this is, for example, very important if you want to go to live to Canada, because different from the United States, Canada has a program specialized for people, for immigrants, right? It has a program which supports the immigrants. But one of the conditions is to have C1 or above of English, right? If you got French, much better, but that's a proposal, okay? So with C1, you can perfectly talk it, perfectly. You can express your feelings very, very well. You can have deep conversations with other people, etc., right? And with B2, you just fulfill your basic necessities. Mm-hmm. Right. So the purpose of getting a level, in this case for 9th graders, is the B1. the ability to express oneself in a limited way in familiar situations, and to deal in a general way with non-routine information. That's what you need to get, right? That's your goal in this case. Okay, right. So let's get back a little bit. So this is the grades, okay? Level test. Well, in this case, we can choose which kind of level we want to practice. But what we care about is this one, Cambridge, okay? I mean, there is also the TOEFL, right? Here is it on ETS is the TOEFL. So there are practices for TOEFL. But yes, I think that your certification is a PET, and PET is part of Cambridge. It's not part of the ETS. So let's go to Cambridge. So here's it. Preliminary. You see that preliminary says B1. That's what you have to get, right? So on this web page, we are going to start practicing it. It says, let's read it, okay? Well, Sarai, can you read it, please? This first paragraph. Let's make it bigger.
Teacher, ¿podría acercarlo un poco más? Thank you. Cambridge English, also known as ESOL, as a department of Cambridge University, their English exams proficiency, CPA, advanced.
Sarai, I need you to talk louder because I'm not getting you. You are talking very, very thin. Okay, can you start again?
Okay. Cambridge English, also known as ESOL, is a department of Cambridge University. The English exam proficiency, advanced, first, preliminary, and K are recognized around the world by thousands of employers, universities, and government ministries as proof of ability to use English.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Right, so in this case, we're watching that the Cambridge system is one of the most recognized. Actually, is the most valuable, right, system that you can find in order to certificate your language skills. And here is another advantage. TOEFL has a limited time, okay? TOEFL expires. Cambridge doesn't. Never. Okay, Cambridge never expires. It's a certification that you get. I will show you which one you get. Let me see if I have it here because I don't remember where I left. Okay, when you complete the study, when you complete the certification, you get a certificate, in this case, like this one. Now, this is of some time ago, which is this, right? Which says Cambridge Assessment English, right? So it is Cambridge English Level 1 Certificate, what it says? Certificate in ESOL International, right? And there's my information. It is to certificate that Felix Alejandro Cifuentes, well, my name, has achieved Council Europe Level B2. In this case, I obtained a Level B2. Okay, obviously this was some years ago, but doesn't matter if you change your studies, if you if the time passes, if times go by, if you start studying another language, if you have this certificate, you can say that forever and ever your level of English is at least B2 or B1, okay, which is good. If you got a C1 in Cambridge, which is actually very hard, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been motivated to take the exam because
Sure.
it's very hard. It's extremely hard. The Cambridge English is more difficult than a simple TOEFL because also it's not North American English, it's British English. So I haven't wanted, but I need to take it someday. I'll have to update it. Yeah, but you get that. If you get the certificate and no one in the world can say, hey, you have no the level of English right. Okay, sorry, but I'm certificated here. What? Talk? Nobody?
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I have a doubt about the PET exam. In the at the Unipoly, which is the number of opportunities that we have to achieve the exam?
One
Only
opportunity.
one or two?
No, one opportunity. Well, I don't know, but as long as I understand, you have just one, just once. The opportunity is once. If you want to get again, you have to pay extra.
Okay.
The first one is free, obviously, because the university pays it. But if you don't get the right level, I mean, that doesn't. You are not going to fail because you are on the last. When you take a specific exam, for example, preliminary, all right, PET. So preliminary has the range of getting from an A2 to a B2. So if you get a A2, if you get a PET, but you don't get that right score, then you are going to be certified as an A2. If you get more, then you are going to be certified as a B2. Yes? So it moves. It moves among them. If you get less than A2, then yes, you have to take again the exam. Right? But that doesn't
Okay.
matter that you are going to fail and you are going to have to pay again. No, depends on your level. This is going to assess your level. To level your level, technically.
Okay, teacher.
Okay,
Thanks.
so let's keep writing. Let's keep reading. Janet, can you continue here?
Cambridge developed the EAALTS exam in conjunction with the British Council and Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Cambridge also have a rank of business
Of
in
business?
business English examiners, including business certificates.
Mm-hmm.
Cambridge also helped to develop
Develop?
develop common European framework of reference for language and internationally recognized level of language ability.
Mm-hmm. What I was telling you. And finally, well, no, this is not important. This is not important. Okay, so this is what is it? What is it? What is the organization? Cambridge English Exams. So as we got the IELTS, okay, which is International English Language Testing System. This is more like a diagnostic one. Okay, the first certificate in English, which is B2. Advanced, which is certificate of Advanced English C1. Proficiency, certificate of proficiency in English C2. PET preliminary, which is this is a kind of exam that is applied to kids mostly in the United States, in other countries, to kids that are studying English mostly. In this case, it's applied to you because I mean you are Okay, so let's continue. Right. So, okay, this class is more like giving you a guide onto this. Okay, what we are going to be working with. Right. So, for example, in this case, we're gonna use we're gonna get, for example, into PET preliminary. But I want you to use first. Okay. Before that, I want you to take the key. In this case. Okay. Well, no, the first. In this case, first. Ah, no, but the first is for B2, upper intermediate. No. Sorry, key. Okay. Right. Now, what is this? What can we find? In this page of exam English, you can take practices over the different exams that you want to take. So, for example, if you click on Cambridge and then you go to KIM, then you will find exercises related with this: reading and writing, listening and speaking, which are the basic the basic three that are assessed. If you go also then to, for example, the CAI or the PET, then you will find the activities that are similar to the real exam. That means practices. Also, if you go to TOEFL, to all of them, right? So the point here is to see how these exams are designed and what techniques can we use in order to answer them well. Let's read it. Okay, again, I'm going to make it bigger again. Difficulty A2 elementary. The key English test is the easiest of the Cambridge exams. Who is it for? Do this test if you want to know your studies if you want to know your studies have started well and you have a basic knowledge of reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Technically, to know how is your level. What is KIT test like? The test has 3 sections: reading and writing, okay, which in this case takes from 16 minutes to 30 reading questions and 2 writing parts, technically 1 hour. The listening, which is 25 minutes, depending on the recordings that are set, and the speaking, which is 8 to 10. Normally, the speaking is given by I don't know what is this word in English, but a synodal. But in this case, I don't think you are going to have one. I think you are going just to have the writing sections. Well, actually, this one is a KIT, it's not the PET. There are 2 versions of the KIT or KIT for schools. Both versions have the same type of questions. The KIT for school test has content of interest school-age learners. That was what I was telling you. This exam is mostly set to kids on elementary school. But in this case, because you the progress of your English has been sized from technically of someone from 0 to this level, then it's the same, right? So no problem there. Score: the reading, writing, listening, and speaking sections, each one counts for 25% of the marks. You will receive a statement of results. If your performance range between CEFR levels B2, B1, and A1, you will also receive our certificate. That's what I was telling you. Okay, so you can take from A1 to B1. Well, I told you from A2, but let's see. Here we are understanding that from A1. Pass with distinction. B1, sorry, pass with a merit. A2, pass. A2. If you do not pass but still do reasonable well, you are issued an A1 certificate. Right?
Right,
Okay.
teacher.
So, well, we are going to work today onto two things of this. Okay, I want you to try this first, which is the reading and writing, right? And I just want to make sure that to make a little practice, all right, for of two first parts. So we got here reading part 1, reading part 2, reading part 3, reading part 4, reading part 5, writing part 1, and writing part 2. So let's go with reading part 1, okay? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so reading part 1. It's short
Okay.
messages. This says, for each question, choose the correct answer, right? So this is English in general proposes. Or science comedy. Well, let's read first this one, okay, this message. Our science comedy night is very popular. The show will now take place in room 4 of our West building so that more people can see it. See you there. Okay, so what is this for about? Go somewhere else to see the show. There are no more tickets left for the show, or the event has moved from room 4 to the West building. Which one will be the correct one?
The last one?
The last
Last.
one. The event has moved from room 4 to the West building?
It's the first one.
Exactly. No, it's the first one. Read well. It is. Our science comedy night is very published. Listen, the show will now take place in room 4 of the West building. Not that the room 4 is apart from the West building. No, they are both in the same place. Okay? So go there if you want to see it. So the correct answer is go somewhere else to see the show. Okay? Right. And here is the trick of the multiple choice questions on the exams. Would you guess what kind of trick are they doing? There is always a trick on the multiple choice tests. Now I will ask you, which is the trick?
I think is that they try to catch you off guard with the reading because of the wording. I think the wording of the phrases of the text.
Kind of related to that. But there are 3 tricks especially that they use. They are so they are playing bad, technically. They are playing dirty. Okay, now the tricks that you have to pay attention on. Number 1, there will be, all right. The answer, first lesson, will be almost, not always, but almost. Okay. Said with different words. So, for example, Ernesto, if I ask you, okay, if I ask you, the color of my shirt is black. That's a text. And then in the answers, okay, so the question, an example is, the color of my shirt is black. Okay, right? Now, what?
Are you sharing the screen, teacher, or something like that?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
we saw
sorry.
the web page.
There. Okay, so getting back, there is always a trick on the multiple choice tests. Which is the trick? Number 1, the answer will be always or almost said with different words. For example, if I say the color of my shirt is black, number 1 says, okay, the color of my shirt is lightly black. The color of my shirt is definitely red. Or the color of my shirt is ebony. Okay, right. So which one will be the correct answer? Okay.
What's a bunny, teacher?
Ebony, ébano.
Like what? Like what?
Ébano. Ebony is ébano. You know what's ébano? It's a kind what? Well,
It's a
not
kind of wood.
is yeah, it's kind of wood that is very, very dark, almost black, almost black.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, right? So here is a trick. There's always going to be from of answers, okay? The tricky one wants to distract you, telling or saying the words that you want to listen. So there's always going to be a sentence that is going to tell you the words that you want to listen. Okay? But that's a trick because it's not the answer. If you can see it clearly, it is different. What words makes this different? The word likely. Because likely is it wants to be black, but it's not. Okay? Yes? So this is the
Yes,
tricky part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving you the words that you want to listen. The first one says, the color of my shirt is black. This is the color of my shirt is black, but not totally. Likely change everything. So be careful on those tricky words, right? But anyway, this one is definitely not the correct one. Okay? Yes? All right.
Yes, teacher.
Second one. The color of my well, here's my shirt. Well, also can be that one. Second one. The color of my shirt is definitely red. This is what I call the stupid one. Okay? An answer that is I don't know how to say it. That is totally not related to the topic. Okay? Is clearly not logic, right? So I call it a stupid one because it's like, no, this is absolutely not the answer, technically, right? So that's it. No, it's totally, that was fine. Okay, now another one. The color of my shirt is black. This is another tricky one. Tricky one, part 2. Okay, so it's exactly the same as the first one, but this one tries to give another kind of word. Instead of shirt is short. And finally, the correct one. The correct is always with different words. Okay, right? So you have to look for the correct one. You have to look for the words, the expression that is giving you different ways to say it. Yeah, mostly uses a lot of synonyms. Not always, but mostly. Okay, it uses a lot of synonyms. So these are the ones. That's the one, but that which you have to pay attention on. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay, let's insert. Let's put here a symbol. Where is the palomita? No, I don't know.
You can put a happy face, teacher.
Yeah, happy face, right? Where are the faces? Okay. All 6, all 1, all 2, all 3. There's it. Well, the black one, the black key. So not be racist. There. Right. So that's a trick. That's a trick on all these sentences, on all these tests. Let's go to the next ones. Magazines needed for patients to read up to date or out of date. Okay. Leave them with our receptionist or in the black box by the front door. So what this announcement means, okay? You can take these magazines home with you. Please return the magazines after reading them. Or 3. Your old magazines will be used and read here.
Please return the magazine after reading them.
Please return the magazines after reading them.
Yes.
Okay. Is anyone agrees with item?
No, and I.
Hey, you can take these magazines home with you.
I agree with Anaí. It's the second one.
The second one. Second
Yes.
one?
Yeah.
Me too, teacher.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's the third one.
Eh?
Oh my God.
Why? Because
Oh my God.
the second one will be fine if you just read the first part, this. Okay? Leave them with our receptionist or in the black box by the front door. But in any case, it's telling you to borrow them. No, it is magazines needed for patients to read. We need magazines. Up to date or out of date. Now or whenever. If you have magazines, leave them with our receptionists or in the box outside because it's the front door. Okay? Yes?
Yeah.
Right. So be careful with what you are reading, right? With the sense of the announcement. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. This is a text. Says, what? How many are there? 6. Just 6. Number 3. Hello, Robert. Thanks for inviting me to dinner. I would love to come. I don't eat meat and I can't eat food with milk in it because it makes me sick. I hope that's not too much trouble. Kate. So before we read the answers, technically Robert invites Kate and Kate says, yeah, sure, I want to go dinner, but I don't eat this and I don't eat this. Okay? But she accepted.
Okay.
So let's see the answers. Kate doesn't want dinner because she feels too sick.
No.
No, she's not saying that. She say that she may get sick if she eats milk or meat. Robert must buy meat and milk for dinner.
Obviously
No.
not.
No.
No, this is a stupid one, technically.
That's right.
Right. Finally, Robert may need to prepare special food for Kate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
Because
Correct.
exactly, because he cannot include the meat and milk, right? So that's what you have to be understanding. First read, then understand the message, and then you read the answers. Clothes on sale cannot be returned. That means that if you, right. Let's see this. This word sale has a special connotation. What is sale?
Rebajas.
Venta.
Rebaja, oferta.
Venta commonly, but also means
Oferta?
ofertas, right? So clothes on sale cannot be returned. Clothes that are not on sale, yes, but the ones that are on sale, no. Try them on before you buy them. So let's see. If you buy something that is too big, you can't bring it back.
No.
No.
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see the others.
Maybe.
There isn't anywhere for customers to try on clothes here. This is a stupid one again, right? So this message is not telling us nothing about where to change or where to fit. Okay? Actually, no, it's telling us try them before. Okay? So go to the fitting room and try them.
It's the
The
first one.
sale will end soon, so you should buy clothes soon.
No, I think it's the first one. No?
The first one.
If you buy something that's
First one.
too big, you cannot
You can bring it back.
Final, last two. Heating comes, heat from heat. Okay, heating comes on between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. heating, but I don't know what means with heating. Okay, please do not try to change these times. Well, I don't know, maybe some kind of service. All right, so it's telling you, okay, heating, this is the schedule of heating. Okay. So don't change these times. I don't know why, but well, this is kind of strange also for me. All right, let's imagine that heating is a service, right? Number one, the heating may not come on every morning. Well, I don't think so. Actually, it's telling us that it comes 7 a.m. Don't try to turn on the heating between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. I think that's quite reasonable. Yeah, because it's telling you first one not to change. So this one it says, don't try to turn. The same, right? The other one says it has a schedule 7 to 10 and 4 to 11. So from 10 and 4, there's nothing. And this one is telling us between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
That's right. It's
No.
the second one.
Someone will come here to turn on the heating. Well, no.
No.
Number B, no.
And yes, right? And finally, sixth one. Paul. The letter is for Paul from Sally. Paul, there is still a little petrol in the car, so you won't need to get any more until you reach Benton, a city, where you can buy it cheaply. So technically it's telling you, hey, you have gas on a tank on the car. Don't buy, so you have not the necessity of buy until you reach Benton. In Benton is cheaply, is not expensive, it's cheap, right? Okay. Number one, there is still some of the cheap petrol that Sally bought in the car. Now this one is playing with the words. It's making tricks with the words, right? It's telling you words that you want to hear, but are not the answer. Paul should buy more petrol before he gets to Benton. This is totally the opposite that she's telling him. Final one. There is enough petrol in the car to get to a cheap petrol station.
That's the one.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not telling us Benton, but it's telling us that on a cheap petrol station. Where are the cheap petrol stations? On Benton.
Benton.
All right. So that's the way as you answer these kind of questions, right? Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes,
Right.
teacher.
Okay.
We're gonna be making exercises like this on this week, right?
Okay.
This week we're gonna dedicate to this kind of exercises, so you get more familiarized with the content, with this kind of context. Also,
With the trick.
exactly
With the tricky.
because these actually are easy. These are practical English on short messages, but this applies also to the long texts. That's going to be a bit harder. Okay, right. You will have a special homework. I will. Okay, here's something else. Announcements. The homework of the causatives, la que nunca les puedo subir. Tienen hasta el viernes para hacerla. pospuesto, pues, por el hecho de que ya pasó tiempo, ¿no? Entonces les doy más tiempo. Pero ya, ahora sí es definitiva para el viernes, Friday. Van a hacer este test que les voy a pasar. But I don't have it here. I think I have it on my drive. Let me see. Formats. Let's see how I have it here. No. Ok. Quiero que chequen su nivel de inglés. Quiero que vean en qué van, en qué están. A2, B1, B2. Oh, bueno, no los mide así específicamente, pero les va a servir. Este. Les voy a compartir este. English Placement Test. Ok, es un PDF. ¿De acuerdo? Aquí te dice los niveles. Beginner, Elementary, Pre-Intermediate, Intermediate, Upper Intermediate o Advanced. Técnicamente el Beginner viene siendo el I1, el Elementary y el Pre-Intermediate es A2, Intermediate es B1, Upper Intermediate B2 y Advanced es C1 técnicamente. ¿Sí? Bueno, se los voy a pasar por aquí en Moodle. De hecho, ahorita les voy a subir las pendientes. Va a estar en la sección de exámenes. Y los van a responder como si fuera un examen normal. Ya se los expliqué en la rúbrica, ¿sí? Con el formato de Excel. Ahí van a poner las respuestas y me las van a subir en formato Excel. Sí, perdón, no en formato Excel, en formato PDF. Necesito que el formato sea PDF. ¿De acuerdo?
Yes.
¿Sí?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay.
Eso sí es para mañana. ¿Va?
Okay.
Perfect. Any other question?
No.
No, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Well, that's all for today. Remember that from tomorrow you can get the book there. Necesito que esta semana me den su calendario. Pónganse de acuerdo, échenselo. Porque si lo hago yo, también va a ser el profe, esta fecha no puedo pasar por el libro y cosas así. O van a empezar ahí las quejas. Entonces pónganse mejor de acuerdo ustedes y me dicen quién tiene el libro. ¿Quién va a tener el libro de qué fechas a qué fechas? Right?
Okay.
La persona que quedó sola lo hace individual porque hay cuentos cortos de 2 páginas. Entonces no necesita juntarse en un trío.
Okay, teacher.
Right.
Teacher,
Trío.
Teacher,
Right.
the last class I was a little busy. I send you message in Zoom. That's why I can take list.